welcome to my super speedy December wrap up. This is my last wrap up of 2020 before we enter the glory that is going to be 2021. What I will say though, leaving behind 2020, is I had a fantastic reading year. I read just over 100 books in 2020, which just blows my mind. And to wrap up December, I have got 10 books that I have rated all increasingly high. All of these books, apart from one, are rated 4 stars and one is rated a 5-star. I don't know how that happened, and I only realised that had happened when I was looking at my core pile ratings to film this video. So that's great. I'm excited to jump right in. I'm going to throw some books at myself. We're going to vaguely recap what I liked about them, and then we're just going to throw another book at myself. It's a quick super speedy style wrap up. If you've been here before, you will know. I just talk really fast and throw books at myself. First up is Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. This is the sequel to the very, very well regarded Ready Player 1. It's been so popular that it's been turned into a film, so we've got a second book. And what did I think of this? Well, I gave it 4 stars. As I said, there's no surprises here, pretty much most of these are 4 stars. However, the more I reflect on this book, the more I think it was very disappointing. I expected great things. I got stumped completely in the middle with 2 of the challenges going on. They were just not the kind of niche pop culture I wanted to read about, and there was so much of it. However, there was quite a lot of mention of Lord of the Rings, there was epic moments, and the ending got me, and it felt like the ending I needed from this series. Is it continuing? Is it just 2 books? I don't know. It is a series. We'll remove the inverted. But I generally felt meh about it. However, right at the end, I think it pulled it back, which is how it managed to get 4 stars. I don't know. I run these all through Core Pile, which is G from Book Roast rating system, and that is how I find out what they are. So basically you rate it for character, atmosphere, writing, things like that, and then it comes out with a star rating. So this one, 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read Christmas Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. This is following Becky Bloomwood within the Shopaholic world, a series that I read when I was a teenager and have not read since, so I am a bit out of touch with being up to the latest book in the series. However, I thought I would pick this one up because it was a fun Christmassy contemporary and it delivered exactly that. It felt like the holiday in book form and I really, really enjoyed it, and this was a very easy 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read This Winter by Alice Oseman. This follows Tori, Charlie and Oliver, who are 3 siblings, and this is their Christmas day. This is a novella set in the Heartstopper universe / Solitaire universe by Alice Oseman. I really enjoyed it. It's the first of the not Heartstopper books I've read of this universe, so I haven't actually read Solitaire. Started with this one, which is considered 0.5, so I guess that was a good place to start. And I liked it. It was cute. It was fun. It also had some mentions of eating disorders, so I would say if that is anything that you find triggering or you struggle to read about, this does contain that kind of content, so just be wary. But generally, it was a Christmassy tale and had a nice Christmas moral to it, which I enjoyed. Then I reread A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer, rereading this in advance of reading A Vow So Bold and Deadly, which is the 3rd book in the series. This series is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. This is the 2nd one that mainly follows Grey, who is going off on a separate journey from Ren from the 1st book, and I adored it. I think I adored it more the 2nd time round rereading it, and I don't often reread, so this proved to be a good test of my rereading abilities because it kept me hooked, and I read it in about 3 days. So this one, no surprise, came out as 4 out of 5 stars, and I cannot wait to read the next one. Then I read another novella within the Solitaire Heartstopper universe, and that is Nick and Charlie by Alice Oseman. This is after the Solitaire book, I think, but because we're following Nick and Charlie rather than Tori from the Solitaire book, I could get away with reading this one without having read Solitaire. Basically, I read a lot of shorter books last month, because I was waiting for some book mail that I'm getting to, so I was trying to not pick up anything big in case that book mail arrived. But this one followed Nick and Charlie as they are deciding how they deal with one of them going to university and one of them staying at school, and how that's going to affect their relationship. It felt very real, it felt very raw, and I thought it was really well done and I really enjoyed it, so this one was 4 out of 5 stars. I just feel like I need to sit down and breathe after I film this video because whew. Then I read a Christmassy children's animated-y picture-y book. Animated? Drawing, illustrated? It's One Christmas Wish by Catherine Rundle. This was absolutely delightful. It is a story about a boy's Christmas tree decorations that come to life on Christmas Eve, and he goes on an adventure with them. It was cute, it was brilliant, I really loved it, and I'm probably going to read it each Christmas now, and hopefully can read it to Ava next Christmas, or she can read it to me, I'm sure. And I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars, just perfect to get me in the Christmas spirit. Then I absolutely adored Letters from Father Christmas by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is a compilation of letters that Tolkien wrote to his children from Father Christmas over the whole years of them being tiny, tiny weeny to not receiving letters from Father Christmas anymore. And I adored this, the way that you can see how Tolkien interacted with his children through these stories and the creativity, and even creating a world through letters to his children. Tolkien is just fantastic. I think there's nothing he can do that I won't love. So it's no surprise again that I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. And I think again this is one I will revisit in Christmases to come because it just felt lovely. All aboard the Tolkien train, because then I finished The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, which was the last book of the Tolkien Along, and I'm so excited to say that I managed to finish this book, finished the whole of the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit, and I'm so pleased. I adored this. I think this one is joint top with The Fellowship. I really liked it. The way this ended was totally different from the films, and that threw me a little bit. Not totally different. There's a middle bit at the end that was very different, and I was like, oh, okay. Which is exactly why I like reading the books, because you get different things from it. But honestly, just adored it. I've given all of these 4 out of 5 stars because Tolkien's writing is just amazing and you have so much depth to it, and he just comes up with so many amazing, creative, expansive things within the worlds that he writes. So this one as well got 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read Midnight in Everwood by M.A. or Maria Kuznia. This was superb. It's a Nutcracker retelling set within an Edwardian England, featuring a girl who is swept into a magical land. It's reminiscent of the Night Circus and the Caraval series, and I adored it. It was magical, it was whimsical, and just had everything I wanted from it, and I think that this could go down as like a favourite Christmassy seasonal read. This doesn't come out until October 2021. I was sent a copy by HQ Stories, but oh my god, just fantastic, brilliant. Add this to your pre-order list. So magical, the description of food, amazing. It will have you absolutely starving, but also just adoring every single whimsically written, beautiful page. This one got 4.5 out of 5 stars. And lastly, we have got One by One by Ruth Ware. This is a thriller set within the Alps, and people are visiting a cabin as a work getaway with their colleagues, and then there's an avalanche and they're all trapped there, and slowly one by one they start to kind of be picked off, go missing, things are happening, and the question is raised as to one of the people in the cabin if they could be a murderer. This completely gripped me. I knew I would like it, but I didn't know how much I would love it. The people are just all so different, but so engaging. The characters are just fantastic. The setting felt so right to be reading. We're waiting on snow at the moment, and I just absolutely adored it. Look, come on, you can't get much better than that for winter, and this was my 5-star read of the month. Loved it, and it's almost put Ruth Ware as an auto-buy author for me. If you're looking for a good thriller, I would highly recommend this one. Boom! That was all the books that I read in December. I can't believe we're done with the year. I can't believe that's all the books that I will be wrapping up for the whole of 2020. I hope you guys have enjoyed these super speedy wrap-ups. They will of course continue into 2021 because it's the best way I know how to wrap up my videos. So hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, and if you thought I didn't talk too fast, and if you did, then just, you know, it's okay. It's a speedy talking video. The rest of them will slow down a bit. Then please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below how many books you managed to read in December, or you can subscribe to see more of my face on your feed and more wrap-ups in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep smiling, stay positive, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastically brilliant 2021.